Lynn, what was it like for you working with WorkSource Rogue Valley, and what problems were you trying to solve?
It was amazingly great working with so many people, and they helped me with so many things. I was injured on the job, so at first I was trying to get unemployment. They helped me with disability, unemployment, and then told me that I could have a chance to be retrained and to pick something I could do. So that was everything to me.
And tell me about what your past work experience was before you came to WorkSource.
My last job was working for Food for Less. I'd been there 15 years. I had been there 5 years in the bakery deli as a packager, and then after 5 years there, I moved into cashiering for Food for Less.
So how did you become unemployed from Food for Less?
I got hurt. I got hurt on the job and was not able to go back. Went through a lot of therapy and different medical treatments and still was not able to go back.
Why did you need help from WorkSource Rogue Valley to change career?
Because I didn't have the training and couldn't afford the training, and a lot of it was I didn't know what I could do. I needed to find a job where I could stand, sit, and move all in the same day. And that was probably one of the hardest things, was finding something I could do and the confidence to just do it.
Did you get any direction from your career coach here?
Yes. I got so much help. In fact, they were the ones that led me into medical assistant. And so I went through the CNA 1 and 2 to get into the medical assistant training. And they made it actually pretty easy for me. You know, if I needed help with scrubs or shoes and different things that I needed, because so many things came up.
What made you pursue a new career?
Because I couldn't go back to the normal stuff that I did, baking, even entry level. I couldn't wash dishes or waitress. A lot of my fallback plans were just gone, and I wasn't physically able to do them. So it was pretty emotional.
I'm sure it was. So how did you learn about the program here at WorkSource Red Valley?
I was applying for unemployment, and somebody recommended WorkSource. I had actually heard of it before in White City years ago. When I first moved up here in '93, I couldn't find a job and went through the WorkSource, and they're just so helpful. It's amazing.
What made you happiest, or what surprised you the most about working with WorkSource Red Valley?
Just how knowledgeable they were, and how helpful with so many things. There were workshops for resumes, interviews, soft skills, anything you could possibly need, even applying for the state. And then there was Empower workshops to help you with social problems, and just amazing. They have a typing program here that you come in, type for free, and get tested. Just so many, anything you need they have here. It's amazing. Yeah, and the encouragement is huge too.
So you mentioned some workshops. What do you think Empower did for you?
Oh gosh, they helped me a lot with the mental problems. I was kind of in between homeless at first, so Empower helped me a lot with the emotional direction that I needed to go.
So tell us about your experience with the NCRC.
As it went on, it got better, and it really opened doors because a lot of people are looking at that as a start to get into anything. So it was a great beginning.
The MA is coming up. The test is tomorrow?
Yesterday. I took the test.
How'd you do?
I think I did great.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Well, tell me about your training for getting your MA.
For the MA, it was pretty fast, and it was from home. So I was able to look for a job, and I just graduated on January 9th, and they were really helpful. It was really a great course at Pacific Healthcare. They really do a good job. But yeah, I did it, and I'm so proud, and I couldn't have done it without the help of WorkSource.
Do you believe you would have pursued this training without the assistance from WorkSource Rogue Valley?
No, in fact, I don't know where I would be because I couldn't physically go back to entry level, and I never thought or dreamed of really going into medical, except when I was in college. I thought, oh, I should be a nurse, the perfect job for me, but it was just too far away for, the math and having to go through college.
So what comes next for you? Is there any particular employer you have your eyes set on?
Not really. I'd like to go into family practice so I can deal with all ages and kind of utilize all my skills. But I would also like to go to maybe like emergency or surgery where you're really fast paced.
Mm-hmm.
That sounds like a really good challenge, keeping busy. But then again, I kind of want to just maybe go to an optometrist where it's kind of smooth and slow and just kind of get to know people.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm kind of open.
Is there anything that you think could have been done differently while working with WorkSource Rogue Valley? Is there anything they could have done differently to help you?
I don't think so. I think they were just right on track with everything. It was amazing. If one thing didn't work, they'd try something else. And we even did interview training, and it was amazing. They just have so many things to offer. Yeah, very helpful.
If you met someone who was in your situation on the street or locally, would you tell them about WorkSource, and what would you tell them?
I would tell them that to call WorkSource because they have so many different ways to train, and they've worked with so many different people with such awesome outcomes. In fact, when I moved to my new place, there was a man there that a neighbor had done trucking and then got a ticket, and I told him, oh man, you have to go through WorkSource, they'll find you something. And he actually said, oh yeah, I have a coach there, and mentioned the name, and it was the same as mine. So small world. Mm-hmm. But yeah, absolutely. I've recommended this to a couple people. Yeah.
How has working with WorkSource changed your life?
Oh gosh, it's gotten me back on track. It's huge change. Just really, really brought things together for me so that I can move on. I don't know where I'd be without it. It turns out that I just needed to, get back into the workforce and with people and get my confidence up and get moving. So
it's a big part of moving on and having your confidence built up, isn't it?
It is. I was afraid I was going to be, stuck in a bed or stuck on disability, or I didn't know what was going to happen. It was pretty scary. So,
what are your plans for the future?
Oh gosh, pretty much just get a steady full-time job, long term, and just buckle down, stay out of debt, enjoy life, enjoy my granddaughter.
Do you have any other thoughts or suggestions that you would like to share about your experience working with WorkSource Red Valley?
Just that it was such a blessing, and so many people helped me get through to where I am today. And like I said, I don't know where I'd be without it, and it's just the best thing, and I would recommend it to anybody and everybody. And I actually have recommended to a couple people because it's such a blessing. These days it's really hard to get any help, and especially coaching and training, and like I said, the confidence boosting encouragement is like everything. And so now I feel I can kind of pay it forward and be a member of the community, functioning member of the community. So that's awesome.